This dude painted everything.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints.
This nigga got a raw. Oh, no, he's doing.
The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Mike, yellow ladies. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't.
They fake the give. Here's Brees. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Vic Beasley in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Brees. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
This nigga moving fast as fuck, bro.
40. Check, 47. 51, Sam. Hey, Tuesday.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that.
Wow, how you got that nigga around for you and kill you?
But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us to
look at that. Ran up on the team and got side swipe, bro.
Okay.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to give it away.
He seen me get patty, boy. That's out here that shit.
This is fielded a couple yards deep.
I ran over there before him and touched the bitch, and then
he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
You thought a nigga that was teammate was shooting at, and then y'all killed him, and then last one killed both of y'all sorry ass niggas.
Nah, one nigga killed both of them.
Yeah, one nigga killed both of their ass. They chasing the nigga too, Evo. He done finesse the nigga in front of Raw, turn around and kill Raw.
They
Then
had the
when they kill
interception
nigga.
last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run. And it's
You big bad wolf, though. I told you if you just watch him play. How you big bad? How you big bad?
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
He saw you get your ass gun down like a little main dog.
On the bootleg. And it's hauled in.
Man, you out there chasing nigga with a random. I'm behind you car. You done pick me up.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers. In the last 2 years in Oakland, now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
I got dropped, bro. There's 2 niggas on their team that got dropped too. You think they teammates come out? You had 24. They praising the nigga. They praising the last nigga. Good shit, my boy. Good shit, bro. They kill both of y'all
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over.
Ain't got no life.
Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
David Onyemata there on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
You said I'm not that hold on.
On 3rd down, Ryan.
But
when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
He gonna put her down there with all them people.
On 1st down, Murray. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Breeze.
Got my head.
Flushed out right. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I know that was
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Breeze now on 1st down. Heavy rush and down he goes. Devontae Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
Normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta?
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the 1st quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
It's second and 8 at the
Yeah, I'm about that shit. Well, I just separated for you.
Oh.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Hey, come on, now, come on, now.
To throw is Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Oh, y'all like y'all don't hear that shit. Y'all ain't got no guns?
Hey, ready, 280. 21, check back 21. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Hey, Rick Lance.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
You can't leave him like that.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Man, we can't leave team like that.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Come on.
Watch the eye. Got it.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Ready, check back 25. Check back 21. You got nothing today. You got nothing. 49, check 49, check 49. 6 guard, check 6 guard. Check 9. Ready, go.
On second down now. It's Freeman. Space to maneuver.
He down here. I know where he is. Right here. He double dead. Now he coming up over top.
19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field
Yeah,
wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
I didn't even hear that bitch go ding. I didn't even see the red on that bitch.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
I heard boom, boom.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
You got it. A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Okay. Yeah, he's snap.
Check. He's coming, double up. Switch.
We ran through the other team, though. I thought we had a little time, though.
Bang.
I told you. There's some more niggas over there, though.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Like kill nigga.
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. I got one.
Nah, that used to be my gun. Well, I told you they had. I didn't know they had no fish that bitch again.
Ryan.
Yeah.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Shit, me, Rob, and Evo got one like 2 nights ago.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ready. Yellow lady. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. 35.
On play action, it's Breeze. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Murray. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Breeze going to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be brought down with the first down, and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Running it, Washington. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
You're good. Ready.
Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Murray. A gain of 8 and a first down.
And there was absolutely 0 pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Murray running right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Latavius Murray, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with 2 guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt, the will, as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Check back 47. I don't even know why this team showed up. Kill.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 36.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
You need a proper start, right?
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check 37. Check 32.
They toss to Freeman. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd down, Freeman. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. Leads to 3rd and 11.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 4th down, and out comes the Falcon kicker, Giorgio Tavecchio. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Tavecchio puts this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On on first down. Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Yeah, they're about to get their ass killed.
Ready, yellow lady, yellow lady. 59. Better break. You better break. I'm letting you know right now, you better break. Hatchet. 5'9". Mike is 59. Mike's the 59.
From midfield, here's Breeze. Over the middle to Smith. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Freeman again. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Shit.
Nah, he's just not.
No gain on the dump off. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Ooh. We right back.
Well, design run for their wideout. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
Back 25. Wait. That's 22, back 22. Defense wins championships, baby. Hey, high 7. Hey, express. Check. Back 22, back 22. Here we go.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Got it. Hey, Delta. Hey, check. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. I got him. Mike 22.
You got some bombs out.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Breeze now to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. To throw again on second down. Breeze. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Somebody's grappling over here.
Steps away to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with you. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Tack McKinley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now Will Lutz, who went to college a stone's throw from here at Georgia State, comes on for the field goal attempt.
Teammates just can't pick one up in the ladder.
So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? The touchdown definitely would have been nice. You know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you get most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Yeah, you snap. Look how many revives I had, though. 3. Ooh. Man, that nigga tripping like that. Yeah, he tripped out, bro. He's shooting at him niggas. He threw his bomb for no reason.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
What's your score, Vivo, man? Vivo broadcasting this shit.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
What you got, Evo?
Huh?
Who you is?
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Check 26, check 26, 21.
10-10, though.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. Always got some breathing room. Freeman with a fast feet. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big run there by Freeman. 45 yards on the ground.
I'll go around, Evo. Oh, you probably could have swerved on his ass.
I don't know why I done got back into my 19, though.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Yeah, he snapped.
At the 33-yard line.
Good. good in there, right? You feel me? I picked last. Not last, but I was in the middle.
Who was all them Max Gray Ranger and all them Max Red Ranger?
Back 25. Check 53. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On second down, it's Freeman. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Nice hit, boy.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those
Yeah,
guys.
he murdered his ass.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Murdered that nigga. Super Bowl.
On third down.
Right, I was like, on me, dude.
Time tonight, he's intercepted.
They shot a grapple at
Picked
him,
off
dude.
by Von Bell.
You know you trying to jump back out there.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that.
Oh, wow.
prove us
They gave
right.
him that
I
pit right
love the
there.
way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes
him,
on
big
the
boy.
field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine.
Damn.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Kicked it down there for the
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
They gonna slide up in your dude because they won't do it. So he saw a nigga out that bit busting. Niggas just want to run up on him, dog. Yeah, raw out that bitch. Going doing this little thing.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
Ready, 280. Check back 21. Check, check. 39.
They ain't gonna relay. They can down.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike
They went
21.
to the right over there.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Here's Matt Bosher now, standing just outside his own goal line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Breeze. Now this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
21.
Play action. Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. This is Murray. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Boy, a tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Washington gets him going right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Zach Line, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Can't do no more than that, man. Can't do no more than that, boy. I'm talking about, boy, we ran up on them niggas, dog.
Trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just 1 4th quarter comeback for the QB. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
All right, now knock his ass out. He came in that bill.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Yeah.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper.
Teammate gave us a way to get that shot up. Ooh, I need that move.
He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Ryan. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman.
You better than this.
Shrugs off another. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
You want to jump up? Oh, fuck it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. The left side completion to Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. On 1st down, Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Ito Smith. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They go with Murray again. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Give him 30 yards there. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that, has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tack McKinley racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
They'll
come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Now Washington. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for New Orleans, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis...